hello, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Ms. Zeitun Omar. This is the Nubian Talk Show, where we bring you inclusive discussions concerning the Nubian community. So before any other thing, let me introduce my guests as we begin. I'll start with the lady.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jimia Yusuf, and I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome. At my far end.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Noor Yusuf, and I'm very happy to be here today.
At my right hand side.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mahfoud Qadir. Thank you for having me here today.
You're welcome, guys. And today we're just going to discuss about education. So do you guys think education has impacted our community? And I will start with Jimia.
Yes, it has impacted our community very well. Or like, parents are very happy because there is this one parent came to me as I was in Nuso. I was teaching, and she came asked, like, how is this tuition going? So I had to explain to her. So that kid alikuja the first holiday akasoma because akiwa shule it was down. Apati kitu. So akakuja the next tuition. So the parents was so happy. Okay, tuko wengi wenye we are volunteering for being teaching. Hiyo kufunza unajua pia inataka because hawezi enda huko vina una contact ya kufundisha like I'm teaching IRE and mimi ni mwalimu wa CBC pia. So like nafundisha IRE and kuna watoto wadogo so kudil na watoto pia it's hard. So huyo mzazi alikuwa very happy. So like in every holiday she always ask kuna tuition. Thank God our organization is very active and our chairperson for education anakuaga very alert. Akisikia shule inafungwa date fulani ana come up na idea ya tuition program. So for me, yes, Mahfoud there is the chairperson.
Mahfoud, I want you to explain further because within the community I know Nubians are the ones being educated. So I want you to explain to me further how did it come to that point? What did you see among the parents? And how did you want our community to be impacted? And that is why you formed the NUPSU group.
Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, this organization was formed when I was still a baby. So, actually, Jimmy was still a baby when it was formed. So, actually, this organization was formed on the basis that our kids are not progressing. The kids that are progressing to a high school level ilikuwa kidogo sana. So the impact that wanted to be driven ilikuwa ni impact watoto ambao wako high school, at least to get that transition to university. So the aspect of tuition is introduced. This tuition program, it's essentially a pro bono tuition program whereby kids are not supposed to pay, but the aspect of payment comes in just to support the program, kulipia hall and just paying for small charges and because we charge as low as 200 shillings. When this is paid for, at least in cater for some stationary needs. So we focus on this, to build this educational basis because wengine wataenda shule and they maybe don't grasp the content. Like in sasa hapo, when we have these tuition programs every holiday, tunajaribu to build that maybe enye wako wanajua, to explain to them. We try to build just a sense of understanding the contents. Personally, I benefited from the program. When I was in Form 2, it was a turning point for me. So I feel like with such institutions being in place, our community, it has progress well, and I will get more Nubian professionals. As already we are experiencing.
But now we are seeing people graduating, alhamdulillah. We are seeing people having good professions, which is amazing, which is something that never happened before. And do you think what limited us before within the community and like now? Because I need to understand what limited us and what changed so that students or kids right now to be educated. What do you think changed?
As for me, on a personal basis, I think back then people were shallow minded. We saw no end out of education because we're just a minority. Even if I have a degree, I have a master's, there's no way I'm going to get a job because I'm not known. I'm not in any picture of anybody, right? And like now, at least we are somewhere. We're heading somewhere. Even if it's not tangible evidence we can see out of the development of education. We have self-improvement as our own. Take it for example, the former head of Lancet, Red Cross. We have Dr. Musa, Ahmed Kalebi, Dr. Musa. We have those people could not have been known if not for education. And we as like the people that were coming in slowly, we're rooting for them. They are there, they're building for us. We're coming in and we're going to build for the people after us so that they can come and transcend slowly until the place that we want the community to be.
And do you think, guys, parents are pushing right now for students to be educated, for their children to be somewhere, for them not to just be, you know, within the Nubian community, for them to have something in their lives to do? Yeah, so I'm kind of trying to figure out, do you think parents are pushing their kids because of them not being educated at a certain point?
I feel like as time change, we tend to think of things differently. Sahizi hakuna venye mzazi anaweza kana mtoto nyumbani ampeleke shuleni. Things have changed. Sahizi it's actually the parents that actually ambao hawajasoma ndo wanahimiza watoto wasome. There is a story, though it's not directly related to our community. Alikuwa anasoma dini atarudi nyumbani asome mzazi wake a portion of the Quran. Mzazi atampiga amesoma vibaya. The guy mashallah akakuja kuhifadhi Quran, but akakuja kurealize baadaye the mom hajihifadhi, lakini mzazi alikuwa anampiga. So it's the guidance of the parent. Hakuwa anajua mzazi amemkazania akasoma. Sasa hizi when I relate to our community now, what's happening in our tuition programs, mashallah, get parents ndo wako on the forefront ya kuleta wazazi wao. I have mentioned it, but it's just the way Jimmy alisema, parents actually ndo push for these programs to be there. Na actually it may create that impact. Now it's good that the parents don't realize the impact that these programs
the importance of
so
education.
the parents want to go in the forefront.
That's really amazing. And so I want to also talk about drug abuse. Do you think in our community children or kids are well educated about it, or kuna bado tatanishi when it comes to the matters of drug abuse?
I think
about that. So like the drug abuse kuna tatanishi. So you find like kuna mwanafunzi kwenda shule hataki, anataka kukaa tu kwa base and bangi lazima kwake, hataki kusoma, and the parents is getting so stressed. Like the kids doesn't want to read, doesn't want to do anything with education and all that. Amechagua that life. So in our community bado iko.
Do you think they're learning it from their peers, or they're learning it from the people they saw while they're growing up?
I think for me, charity begins at home.
At home?
At home.
Yes.
If you see your father doing something, you will do something. Exactly. Yes. Because if I see my dad somewhere, I'll see it's just a normalcy. Because I'll
or
see my
sending
uncle.
a kid akakupatia bag.
Not a bag.
Yes.
Cigar.
You give a child 10 shillings, go buy for me, sportsman bring for me.
Yes.
It's something that you're taking
and then you light it up while they see. So they'll be like, oh, this is how they do it.
No, like they won't light hapo venye umemtuma.
Exactly.
Like ataleta apatie baba yake, but atajifanya mjinga. But ataenda huko nje, ataona umsi anaiwasha hivi. Sasa the more ana grow, she will definitely.
But in some way you can think of it in this way. Okay, mtoto akiwa mdogo bado you don't know what's right and what is wrong to some extent but lakini ukikua you realize what is wrong and what is right. One thing ambayo ina affect this current generation is just peer pressure. It's just peer groups. These peer groups ambazo ziko, it's not all about okay, watu nyumbani pia the influence, lakini says what is happening is just these peer groups. In most cases when you grow up around people that smoke bang, utafanya nini? Utavuta sigara. Utavuta when utanzaneo sigara thinking it's fashionable because your friends are doing.
Yes.
But at the end of the day utakuja ujiruin mwenyewe just because of that peer group. So we need to actually think of ways that we can actually kujijenga sisi wenyewe without because these peer groups at the end of the day ndio inatuvunja sisi wenyewe. So we need to see on a way that we can actually work on ourselves and know what is right and what is wrong.
And do you think we need to have those programs, you know, like
yes, we
girl child and boy child, because you're not talking about boy child only taking the drugs. Also girl child do the same. They do more of it because they are addicted to it. They can't live without it. Unlike guys, they can control themselves. But when you teach a woman something that is wataendelea wakitumia na watatumia zaidi.
So we need to have programs actually. We need to teach the ones that hawajaanza kutumia. We need to tell them that this thing is wrong. Kwa sababu unajua handling an addict and handling someone that hasn't started it ama ndo ameanza, it's easier to handle such a person because addict ni ngumu, imekuwa habit tayari. As much as this, we need to create programs that handle number one, people that are not drug addicts, number one. And then number two, we need to now see on a way that we can actually impact ama tuwaoneshe watu ambao wanatumia this is actually wrong and you need to change your ways. We need to introduce such programs.
And we need to talk also about early pregnancies.
Exactly.
Before proceeding to pregnancy, talking to the fact of peer pressure and all. In our time, we had a tendency of each and every Sunday people used to go to jam session. That is something that influenced people.
You're saying jam sessions?
Yes.
This is something that influenced people to do things the way
they started from that.
Yes. As things are progressing right now, people are rooting for Friday. Why? One leg at Casavera. Yes. Very true. We are rooting for Friday. Saturday. Where are we? Casavera.
And do you know what's sad? What's really sad? It's not even about people who are above the age of 18. Right now, it's people under the age of 18 and they're abusing it. And right now, they're doing it live. They're not even hiding it here. You will see somebody's kid taking the bag and they'll be looking at you directly.
An example.
They don't mind.
An example ni on a Saturday. Come for a function of reception called Doluka. So part 1 ikishaisha, imebaki ile part ya usiku. So I'm like, okay, me I was teaching madrasa. I just saw a former student who I was teaching. I was like, subhanallah. What?
Chimney.
Alafu unajua, and then I came to a school, nilimfunza madrasa akiwa mdogo. Okay, nilikuwa klasi ya juzo, like the mwalimu alikuwa ananiambia, Jimia, saidia huyu. I was teaching the small guy. So, haya na hiyo kubwa yangu nikakuja nikaenda nikapata kazi shule. There is a school called Uto. So there nikapata kumbe huko sasa ndo amekuwa wasa nasumbua mwalimu. Even the director was complaining, this guy. Imagine he was going to translate akaacha totally like that. Juzi namuona napita one leg the way he was dancing. Oh my God, subhanallah. So I was calling him Hassan. Malim salam alaikum. He just saw me. Malim salam alaikum. I was like, okay. And I just walked. Hata sikumuongelesha.
And do you think the tendency of parents letting kids go to Doluka, the kid is underage, they don't know what they're doing, especially girls or boys. You come and hear things have happened in the back, either bang or anything, or maybe a girl has been,
apart from on a personal level, of somebody abusing and using drugs, we as a whole, we have a task to bear as a community.
And I think it begins
just for the record.
home.
No, not beginning at home, Just for the record, let me be impeccable with my words.
Okay.
Let me call a spade a spade.
Yes.
At home, we know each and every top boy there.
Yes.
We know each and every person is applying. We know each and every place that thing is. What have we done as a community?
Nothing.
Our children are continue draining. Our children are continue going the same route. But as long as it's not my child,
I won't comment, I won't say anything. Because if I say, the parents will come
they'll gang against you.
They will be like, why are you talking like that about my daughter? Why are you talking about
it's high time.
My son?
It is high time. We know these places. We know the people that are operating these things.
Yes.
Let us sit them down and tell them, palimefika Bob. Tosha. Give us other alternatives because our children are draining. The other day we were in the mosque. I had of a new drug. I think it stays in the head for more than 4 days. Ukikunywa chai imerudi.
Like when you take anything hot.
If you just touch anything hot, you're back on for 4 days until 4 days is over. What is that? It will only.
And then when it happens like that, mtu akwe wazimu or something happens, they start other issues.
Yes. But they're not even listening to our studs at home.
Yes.
Because those are the people who are at the bottom of the totem pole, people who are driving us forward, people who are showing us the way. But you're not even considerate of the fact.
But if I'm seeing it from my family, it is like the way you say it, yeah? When I see it from my family to begin with, I start seeing my uncles doing it, my brothers doing it. Definitely, I will follow up on that, and I'd like to know. Oh, okay, India starehe, I'll be doing that. But when I see, like, I remember, I don't know Govi from. He was Machachari. I remember him saying in his family, there's no one in his family actually who takes, I think, drugs or drinks. So he has followed up from that. So that's why he cannot do that. That's why he doesn't take drugs, that's why he doesn't drink. So I think it's the child upbringing. If I see somebody is doing the same thing from my family, within my family, I will do the same. I'll feel comfortable because I'll be like, if the elders can do, I can't I?
But sometimes it's exceptional, It's not entirely it happens. Me, I can say maybe in my family it happens, But alhamdulillah, I've not gone down to that path.
But you're saying it's somebody's perspective.
It's someone's yes, exactly. You can grow up knowing that this thing is wrong.
Yes.
Because utaambiwa, because sahihi hata sahihi, we know that this thing is wrong, but lakini watu wanatumia. But inategemea tunayo perception yako. How do you perceive this thing and we choose. Ni sisi ndo tunachagua which path do you want. Because angalia kama for example as Muslims, I can base my argument as a Muslim.
Yes.
Tunajua that when you pray 5 times a day and you do the obligatory deeds, what happens? Jannah, But wewe mwenyewe unajua pia when I don't pray, I don't do what's expected of me as a Muslim. You know clearly that utapata Jahannam unless you repent. Because Allah is merciful. When unajua that you have 2 options, najua nikitumia drugs, I'll go to this path. Na what's funny ni ukianza na hiyo kidogo sigara utaingia bangi.
Yes,
I don't know that you are 4 days sijui ni gani hiyo. You see that is inaanza tu pole and then you end up now using the hard ones. So ni wewe unachagua unataka set gani ama set gani. And we actually need to help these people by then making this. You just show them that this happens and this happens. When you do this will happen.
And do you think when it comes to friendship also it matters the most?
Very
because you find there a group of friends. If I don't take the drug, I'm like, awe najifanya. Ama if I'm not a certain way because you guys are acting a certain way, if I don't act the way you guys act, I'll be like, she's on another level or he's on another level. Like, they want me to be like them. Do you think friends also influence the most? That's why they say, show me your friends and I'll show you the kind of person you are.
I can actually comment on that before someone else says something about it. I just want to say one thing. I'll just relate to Islam. One thing ambayo in Jannah, we have been promised Jannah inshallah, and we ask Allah to grant us Jannah to Firdaus, the highest Jannah of all. Now when you get the chance of going to Jannah, you're in that lowest level and there is someone on the highest level, let's say your family. Allah has told us that your family on the highest level of Jannah can actually pray that Allah grants you the opportunity of being elevated to the highest point. And actually when you have a good friend, your good friend will intercede for you to Allah. Akutoe kwa ile level ya chini akwe kwa level ya juu. So actually the friends that we keep atatusaidia ama those friends hawatutusaidia. So we need to choose the friends that we want. Kuchagua marafiki wazuri, inshallah you'll get the best the best place that you wish for.
So let me just ask about young, I would say early pregnancies. So I want to talk about it because this is also about culture. And I remember in the first episode I was just trying to explain about parents being in the life of the children so that certain things wouldn't happen. Do you think it's something that needs to be talked about also? Because we have spoken about boy child. Now we want to talk about girl child because of the early pregnancies. What do you think inachangia the most for the girls to, for us to have early pregnancies?
For me, I think it's a tendency of repetition. They have seen it from since back, and the people that are committing, the people that are the same that are supporting it. Yeah, let's take for example, a man meets a woman. They talk and they have everything. The man tells the woman, "When is Alia to?" Dalea. Mimi niko jeshi, dalea. Mfifi jeshi. Mfifi jeshi.
Kata fifth jeshi take it na
they have a stable income. They have stable, yes.
Qatar.
Mfifi Qatar.
You mean the mafkala mata Qatar. You mean the
jeshi. Once akikuwa amevaa that uniform,
that's it.
Wewe uko sure huyo mtoto watatake care of?
Not really.
We go home with the children and the parents. It's not bad, yeah, and it's also bad to condemn them, but it's a time for you to teach them a better way of doing things, because yes, umekuja na mtoto wa kwanza, but pia wa pili, hello.
That is too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
But it's something to normalizing. Yeah.
Something that we as parents will understand.
Lakini tatini kama
never be rude. Lakini we also need to look at it in a way that who chooses this thing? Who chooses that they want to get pregnant? Because for us to get children must for a lady and a man, because ni kitu voluntary. Hakuna most of the time unaona hata familia kiridhia, because wanajua this lady mwenyewe pia aliridhia, yeah, alikubali yeye mwenyewe akaenda huko, whatever happened, yeah. But you need to look in a way that now tuangalie now from the lady's perspective now, yeah. We need to tell these ladies what is actually right, because as a lady unafaa kujiangalia wewe mwenyewe, because ukijihifadhi hakuna mtoto wallahi atataka kukunini. I saw a video, a lady walking with a niqab and a lady walking with it was a video, the lady was not covered in any way, yeah? Lakini msichana mwingine amevaa niqab, mashallah. The men wallahi hawakuwa wanamwangalia msichana wa niqab. Lakini msichana amevaa vile anataka, wanaume wakawa wanamwangalia. So mwanamke akijihifadhi, wallahi hakuna siku utasikia ati msichana amezaa nje ya ndoa, msichana amezalishwa.
But I come to the point, I'm just trying to get your point. So I come to the point where that's why I was saying in the next episode, fathers should be in their daughters' lives.
Yeah, true.
I was also watching this video. The lady was like, you as a man, the way you are raising, the way you have a woman beside you, and then your kids, your own daughters, see how you treat the woman. You're setting the bar higher for the girl child to see, oh, this is how my dad treats my mom. So in case any other man comes with maybe mambo mingi, like, because I'll take you to KFC or something, the girl will be like, you should do better. My dad does better for me. So I think men should be in their lives of their daughters, brothers should be in their lives of their sisters. If I need something from my brother, they better give me. Because why did I think of them? It's because I don't want to go ask somebody else to give me, because I'll have to pay for it. And I'll pay for it big time. But if I ask my dad, and if I don't ask them, I ask somebody else, something else will happen. Who are they going to blame? They should start blaming themselves.
Exactly.
So it's not down to choice.
No, it's also okay. It's not bad to have children. It's not bad to have, yes, but everybody wants children.
Yes.
Yeah. Myself, I have somebody that I young one at home. It's called Mamile. That's she's among my best.
Yes.
It's not that bad. But the pain of patience has an end. But the pain of regret, it's long lasting. Yes, it is very long lasting, because the person that amepatia mimba, most of them right now they're single mothers. Yes. Sadly. At home, there are so many single mothers.
Exactly.
It's very bad. Why? Because Kelemnita ambilea lakini kanja
or maybe I will you have my child, I'll be traveling abroad. When I come back, I'll marry you. And then when it happens, you go abroad, you come back, you're not interested in me again. And I already have your person here. So it creates bitterness among us, because I'll be like, what don't I have? Women are like that. Like, he chose somebody else. Why not me? And he told me to look after, to give back to him. That's why I usually say sometimes, as ladies also, we need to sit down before we figure out ways to give birth to somebody who hasn't even come home, who hasn't brought mahar, and who hasn't met your parents or your dad or whoever. I think we need to sit down and talk about it. I know it's something that somebody will be like, oh, it's my life, which is okay, it's your life, but I think this is something that we as women also, we need to sit down and talk. Because I cannot blame a man, and I was the one who took myself. Sometimes it happens like that. We need to just figure out a way for you to realize this is my life. And I need to take a step at a time.
And I think we also need to actually learn about our deen.
Yes.
Because tayari tushaambiwa among the major sins ni zina. Wewe mwenyewe unajua that nikizini
there's a punishment for it.
Exactly. Unaona hata abu angalia something wrong iko na consequence ambayo si right, hata as in clearly when you have a good foundation of something, hata ukijenga nyumba, when you have a strong foundation, mashallah wallahi, you'll have a beautiful house. The house itakuwa long lasting. But what if ujenge tu just a shoddy foundation, what will happen? Itavunjika. So anything that you base it on false start, you won't have a good ending.
Actually, guys, we're about to wrap up, so I don't know if you have last things to say before we do.
Yes, actually I do have.
Same.
Ultimately, just for the record, I do respect our mothers. We do respect our mothers, our aunts, and everybody. But there is a kind of a mentality that they have, which personally me I don't like. Let's say things that are happening in the community. Yes. Somebody's child has a let's say by mistake alishika mimba bila kuolewa. The same person will create a pseudo account, aingie pale midani, shatama left right center. Like, you get in there, unasema ibu ya mwenzako, unasema ibu, it's not that good, ishafanyika, yes. So let's embrace it and let's find a way out. Instead of coming out and showing out that ulifanya hiyo peda kuja
yes,
for no reason.
But true.
So like Nuru was saying, kukuwa na mtoto is not bad. Yes, sawa. From experience, I have two, but the first one akona baba, the second one akona baba, but baba jina is not there.
We'll discuss about it by the that topic.
Sawa, haina shida.
The last thing that I can just say is we just need to learn about our religion.
Exactly.
When we learn about our religion, wallahi, our religion is rich with knowledge about all of these things.
All of these things. Exactly.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're
was
welcome.
An interactive show, and I'm glad. So
thank you for having
See you guys. You're welcome. See you guys in the next episode. It's a wrap.
Thank you.